Now, local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Hello, thanks for joining us on newslinkindiana.com for Friday, January 20th. I'm Tiffany Schreier. A car crash in Muncie caused quite a scene, but fortunately not much injury. The crash occurred between an SUV and an Oldsmobile at the intersection of Talley and Jackson. Police say the SUV was attempting to cross Jackson when it was struck and then flipped. Muncie and Ball State Police responded to the crash. No injuries were reported. An officer who was on the scene said SUVs are notorious for flipping. Dialing 911 will get you help in an emergency, but what if it isn't urgent? People looking for free help will soon be able to find it over the phone. In March, you'll be able to dial 211 to get help with food, legal advice, clothing, and other services.
A lot of times when people have needs, they don't necessarily know where to call for help. 211's, you just dial that number, 211, in the springtime, and you'll be connected with a live person that can answer your call.
Debbie Fike thinks 211 can help everyone.
To know that this resource is in place not only for my daughter, but also for the elderly in the community, gives a collective sigh of relief.
Aside from dialing 211 to get help, you can also call to give help by making a donation or volunteering during times of crisis.
That's one of the really neat things about 211 is that you can, in case of an emergency in a specific geographic area, there can be another 211 center that can help answer folks' calls.
Livestream Services will provide the $100,000 service to the area. 211 will be free in the 7 counties covered by Livestream. The 211 Center will operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The taxpayers may be able to get money quicker this tax season. Newslink Indiana's Melissa Delahanty tells us taxpayers can cash in.
You've seen it on TV, heard it on the radio. It's tax refund season. Millions look forward to their yearly tax refund from the IRS, and they may be able to get that money a little sooner. It's called a refund anticipatory loan. You go to a tax preparer offering the service, sign a form, pay a fee, and walk out of the tax office with cash in hand. Auditor Richard Norman says taxpayers may need more than want this cash right away.
Well, they may have bills that are due right now and things like that, some things that are past due, just emergency needs.
If you want cash now, you may think twice about getting a refund anticipatory loan.
The reason some consumer groups question these short-term cash advances is because of high interest rates.
A lot of people don't put it for a year and say, what kind of interest rate am I talking about? So by giving people more information, here is the effective rate.
These groups urge people to wait the 2 weeks it takes for their refunds because in the end, they'll have more money. In Muncie, Melissa Delahanty, Newslink, Indiana.
Tax preparation companies offer the refund anticipation loans to try to ease the congestion of tax season. You may have heard about the avian or bird flu showing up in humans. The Center for Disease Control says if it gets to the U.S., more than 1 billion people could be infected. Newslink Indiana's Hillary Brown says one woman is hoping to shrink that number.
Americans are not prepared to deal with the avian flu. That's what the director of Taylor University's Health Center says.
Even at this point, the U.S. and the world itself realizes that they are at a very low level of preparedness.
Hughes gathered health officials Friday to plan for the arrival of the bird flu, which she says could be next year. Keith Walters says he wants to be ready for the virus because there is no vaccine for bird flu, which kills half of the people it infects.
Fortunately, but unfortunately, there's not been enough people to die from it, basically, so they can draw the lab work and find out what caused it, and that's what they look at.
Although thousands of chickens are killed every time the avian flu is found in a person, health officials say that the real threat lies in flying birds, like these geese.
And Hughes says that is how bird flu will be carried here, and it's only a matter of time until it can be passed from person to person. From Upland, Hillary Brown, Newslink, Indiana.
Walter says washing your hands and staying home when you're sick could help stop the spread of the virus. The new High Street Bridge just opened a month ago, and already the city is finding problems. Driving southbound on North Wheeling Avenue, drivers need to beware in the left lane. The lanes do not match up after the light at the intersection of White River and Wheeling right before the beginning of the bridge. The contractor will paint lines to show drivers where to merge in the spring. Right now, the city is using temporary sticky tape.
Once the permanent markings are in, you'll not only be able to clearly see the lane markings, but you'll be able to see the permanent markings on the bridge.
The city says also putting in left turn lights at the intersections of Franklin and Weiser Streets to avoid confusion. Sarah McKenna joins us now with a look at our weather. Now, Sarah, it was a dreary day outside today. Please tell me some sunshine's on the way.
Well, we're going to have to get through this dreariness. We're going to see a little bit of rain, but in fact, it is going to clear out once the rest of this week does come through and we experience the rest of the weekend. We're going to see a little bit of rain, a little bit more snow, but we're going to eventually see a nice week, as I'll show you in our 5-day forecast. Here we can see it was very cloudy outside. Right now it's kind of cleared out a little bit as our weather video shows. However, that is going to change. Right now we can see as we take a look through time, we are flying down through some rain all the way out into our west even. However, that's going to be the story for Indiana here in just a little bit. As Precision Cast is showing us, we have a precipitation coming through our area Saturday night, early Sunday morning or Saturday morning. It's going to be precipitation in the form of rain, then changing over into the form of snow. Sunday, however, is going to clear out and we're going to experience a nice rest of the weekend. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Rain showers are possible with a possibility of 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Low 36 degrees. We're also going to see gusty winds 30 miles an hour. And 36 is going to be about the average for the viewing area. 34 in Marion, 35 Hartford City, 37 in Newcastle, and 39 in Richmond. So why are these temperatures all of a sudden becoming a little bit colder than what we've seen? Well, the jet stream has been off to our north, bringing the warmer air from the Gulf up. However, now that jet stream's moving back down south and we're going to see the colder air. And really, we're not too much colder. Our average is 34 degrees for our high, and as we can see here, our high is 40 degrees for tomorrow. So really, we're still quite above average. It's just because that jet stream hasn't moved too far to our south, so it's not bringing in too much air. Colder temperatures are expected, however. Rain-snow mix that will be clearing through the afternoon. As we can see, once again, for our highs around the area tomorrow, 40 is going to be about average. It's 38 in Hartford City, Marion, 39 in Anderson, 40 Richmond, Winchester, Newcastle, and Marion. As we can see here, we can see it's getting colder throughout the rest of the United States as well. 81, the hot spot in Miami. However, it would take you to travel all the way far there. It's 39 in Fort Wayne, 36 in Minnesota. 5-day forecast is showing that rain-snow mix on Saturday. Sunday through Wednesday, however, it's going to end up being very nice. Our highs are going to be around 40. Our lows, however, are going to be in the mid-20s. We haven't really experienced that anytime recently, so we're going to have to make that adjustment.
You're right, so we've been spoiled by this warm weather, but cold temperatures are on the way.
It looks like they're here, and it looks like they're here to stay. Fortunately, it is still above normal, so.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. In a time where people buy their pets outlandish gifts, a new product has just been approved. As Newslink Indiana's Melissa Delahanty tells us, it's designed to keep your doggy out of danger.
It's called the FidoRido, a dog booster car seat that includes a harness and a strap set and room for a 30-pound dog. Developed and created by Christine Best, the FidoRido has received the Entrepreneur's Challenge Award.
Well, I designed this basically to promote safer driving with your pet.
According to the American Animal Hospital Association, 2/3 of Americans travel with their pets, pets that are often loose in the car. Many people see the FidoRido as a novelty, but it also saves the lives of humans and their pets like Inu.
The customer called me and told me that her fiance had taken her dog on a trip and they had to brake very hard to avoid an accident. And he said that if their dog wasn't in the FidoRido, he would have been dead.
While Best does the majority of her sales online, area pet stores like Animal Inn Pet Shop can special order a seat for you.
They usually come in and ask for them, and we can special order them. And they are the type that actually, they sit in and it straps around them just like a child safety seat.
Now, Best is hard at work on the FidoRido 2 for bigger dogs. In Anderson, Melissa Delahanty, Newslink, Indiana.
FidoRido sells for $69.99. Next in line, the Tabby Cabby for cats, equipped with curtains and extra padding. And that's it for NewsLinkIndiana.com. Thanks for joining us, and join us again Monday for more local news about local people right here.